Very good morning, and today I thought I'd take a look at something that could be of interest to some people. Maybe some people have been waiting to see this since I put it up on a video a little while back, but I'm going to work on the laser unit. Now, as you see, it's on the bench, it's powered up, and there are 4 lasers running at the moment. There's a red, blue, yellow and green, although the yellow doesn't look too yellow because of focusing and what have you. And it's live, but we've got no motor control. Now, before I mess around with it, I'm going to say anybody who plays with lasers, you should be wearing safety specs. Now, I know I'm not, but then I wouldn't be able to see what I was doing. But you play with these sort of things at your own risk. Obviously, you've got live electricity in here, you've got mains into transformers, you've got a jungle of wires, and I mean a jungle of wires, and generally it's a bit of a it's a bit of a thing. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through what I've looked at off camera since the last time this was on video. And the first thing I've found is that under here, you have this board here with the main processor on it. And I'm not sure how well you're going to see this, but down here, and I'm going to get a pointy stick, a wooden pointy stick, just in here, there are 4 surface mount diodes, and it looks like they've scorched. Now, that's not normally a good thing, and that may explain why none of the motors are moving. If either the chip or this sub-board here, which is basically a motor drive board, all the chips on here and here are just transistor drivers. If any of these diodes have failed and are not supplying power to any of the other parts of the board, then there's no way those motors will work because these chips are not switching on. So I'm hoping it's just a case of these 4 diodes are dead, let's replace them and see what happens. Now, we all know it's never going to be that simple. What I've got to do first is obviously sort this mess of wires out and try and trace what the voltages I should be getting are. Now, I can lift this a fair way out, remembering obviously that this is all live. I'm going to turn it over and show you the scorch mark on the back of the board there. That's all heat damage. So somewhere around there is a problem with those diodes. They shouldn't have gone black. Now, what I've got to do is I've got to figure out where the power supply comes in from and where it goes to. Now, this is the output of that transformer, which does go to here on this board. So the first thing I've got to measure is that there is actually voltage coming out of the transformer. And because it's straight off the transformer, it's going to be AC voltage. So let's just shove that in there and that in there. And either I'm not getting a good connection or the transformer itself is deader than a very dead thing. So we're getting 13 volts, so it's just a connection issue there. So 13 volts. So the transformer is fine. So we know that that's outputting a voltage. So now we've got to figure out where from here this voltage goes. Now it comes in on those two pins, which are here and here, and unfortunately, being double-sided, I can't just trace the circuit on the back, so I'm going to have to look over here and figure out where this goes. Now that goes to a fan. That's a fan output, so I'm wondering whether the fans wouldn't run on AC, they're DC fans, so there must be some form of rectification. And unfortunately we've got that horrible glue again. We've also got a chip there, a 7805, so that's a 5-volt regulator. That will be powering the ICs. So if I apply power to this board, we have some motor movement. And the lasers have shut down, the fans have come on. Oh. It's running through a demo cycle. Now I'm going to move back a bit. And I'm going to widen this camera out here. And step out of your way. Move the chair. And I'm getting lasers. Now it all sounds pretty rough, I'll admit to that. So let me sit down here again. I think something obviously will need some lubricating. I'm going to check these. I'm going to replace fan and fan. Let's check the... Not getting anything on that stepper at the moment. But it seems to be running through its demo quite nicely at the moment. So I think this is a candidate for a strip down and a clean up. I'm almost tempted to take this outside and project something down the garden, seeing as it's 3 AM. Now where's the red beam? The red beam is not coming out for some reason, so I wonder whether it's because... Ah, there we go. The stepper motor was seized. So this has got an issue with that stepper. So yes, we're going to have to look at the red stepper motor. The others seem to be working. So I think it's time to take this to bits and do things in stages and see exactly what's failing on this.